welcome back. Let's continue on with the journey. If you're new, maybe you should go back and watch some of the, well, go back and watch all the first videos. Basically, I'm doing a trip around Cebu Island on a motorbike. I hadn't planned anything. I basically would start each day, look how far I'm going to travel, find a place to stay, book that, travel there, and then go back and do whatever in between most of the days. We've come down the east coast, around the bottom. We're heading up the west coast at the moment, and that is where we're at as of now. So currently we're in Moalboal. Moalboal? Man, I cannot say that the correct way, I'm sure. But anyway, you know, we're there. I've been there for a day already. I was out of the town a bit and I kind of needed to stay another day at least because I was waiting on laundry and I just needed a bit of a break. So the first place I'd stayed was out of town a bit. And so I decided I would stay there that one night, and then the next night I moved to another place closer into town called Love's Beach and Dive Resort. It was all right, pretty nice little room, nice pool. It's right on the water with a restaurant there, and it had the next 3 or 4 days had the most stunning sunsets, just amazing sunsets. I feel like the Philippines gets amazing sunsets very often. Like where I live in Melbourne in Australia, we get an amazing sunset, you know, every so often. Maybe once a month or once every 2 months you'll get a really nice sunset. But I feel like the Philippines, man, it's every second or third day, especially if you're on the coast somewhere. Man, you get some... Anyway, you'll see in the photos there. There's some photos from in this video that'll show you some of the sunsets that were happening, and my goodness, they were pretty amazing. So anyway, stayed there, just kind of chilled for the day. Got my laundry finished off and went and picked that up. Ate some local food, ate some non-local food, I should say. I'm pretty sure I went and got a hamburger or something like that. I think I went to a pub or like a bar that night and had maybe 2 drinks, 2 beers or something like that, and chatted to the people that were there, the other expats that were around. It was nice to speak to someone for a change. And then from there, just went back to the hotel and slept for the night and got up early and got moving. Well, I went back and watched the sunset actually and took photos of the sunset because it was pretty amazing. And I'm not sure that I got up early. I feel like I might have slept in. But anyway, we got up and we got moving. So the next day I kind of looked at the distance I wanted to travel, and there's not a lot of things to do in that sort of western, northern side of Cebu. Now, if you're from the western part of Cebu and the northern part of Cebu, you're probably going to tell me I'm wrong. There's probably stacks of things to do. Let me know, because I didn't find them very easily just by going onto Google and putting a distance and seeing what I could find in that area. But I'm sure there's stuff to do. So if you've got stuff to do or ideas of things to do there, let me know. For me, I just kind of wanted to get that part done because I couldn't find really much to do there, and I wanted to do a full lap of Cebu. And then I kind of wanted to get that done so I could head back off to Manila because I had a friend there that I wanted to go back and spend some time with. Yeah, so I rode north about a couple of hours, maybe an hour and a half, I'm not sure, a little bit, and found a place called the Ocean Breeze Resort. This was just like a little hotel, had a pool in it. There was local kids that were swimming in the pool. They'd obviously come and paid I don't know how much it was, 20 pesos or something to swim in the pool for the day. So there was kids swimming in the pool and families there, and it was pretty nice. They were all just having a good time, and the room was pretty good for what it was. It was a bit expensive. I think the room was kind of like, I think there wasn't many options to stay in that area. So I feel like I got a good discount, but I think I still paid like 70 or 80 Australian dollars for it for that one night. I think normally it's 120 or 130 or something. Not sure that it's worth that much considering the other places I've stayed for much cheaper, or similar places that I've stayed that were significantly better for the same sort of price. But it's nice. I mean, it is nice. It's a nice place. The food was really nice. The pool was good. I swam in it, spent quite a lot of time in it that afternoon and that evening. And it's nice. But it's kind of the only place to stay in that region. I'm sure there's much cheaper places, but I was a little bit sketchy on the places that were $12. So I ended up staying there and it was okay. It was good. That's kind of it. There wasn't much to talk about there. You can see in the video what it looks like. And then from there, the next day, I went to Durhan White Beach Resort, I think it's called. which was another couple of hours further north again. Again, I didn't find much to do in the area, so I kind of just went to the resort and just spent the day on the beach, swimming in the water, like, you know, playing, not swimming so much because it was very shallow, but walking around in the water out there. It's a very nice beach, beautiful, but it was scorchingly hot, so I spent a fair bit of time sitting in there. They've got like a, I don't know what you'd call it, it's kind of like an open area, cafe type, not cafe, but like a bar area where you can sit undercover and have drinks and some food and watch the beach and watch the people go by, and it was nice. Private beach and good. Yeah, I'd recommend going there. I think that was, I don't know, maybe that was like $50 or $60 a night. But that place was pretty nice. I'd say, yeah, it's worth going there. So that was nice. Again, you can have a look. To be completely honest, I'd sort of forgotten that I'd been there. It's been a while since I did this trip, and I was skimming through my photos. I'm like, that place, where's that? Because surely I was thinking of where I'd stopped on the trip up north, and I was like, I'd stopped here, and then I've stopped at this place, and then it's like 7 hours to get to the next spot, and I'm sure that I wouldn't have ridden 7 hours, so there had to be somewhere else, and I realised where it is. It's this place. So I don't think I took a video of the room. I think the room was nothing special, if I'm completely honest. I think it was just kind of a room with a bed and a bathroom, and okay. Like, it's okay. Not bad, not amazing, but yeah. But what was nice was the area where you could sit and eat and drink, and the beach was beautiful, and it's a nice place. Yeah, it was good. So from there, I kind of went, I think it was a pretty long ride after that. It was maybe like 3.5 hours maybe to ride right up to the very top. To a place called Kandaya Resort. Now this, honestly, I left the other place, hadn't found anywhere really, because what I was looking at is I'd look on where I was going to go, and I'd look for resort or hotels in that area, I should say. And normally it would pop up with 3 or 4 hotels, and there'd normally be one of them that's, because you're within 24 hours, you normally get discounts. So you'd normally find one which was, it's 60% off of the normal $75, and you get it for whatever that is, $45 or $30 or something like that. But in this case, I think most of the places right up the top there are like kind of high-end resorts, and I couldn't find any that were doing discounts at that point. But also, I thought as it got later in the day, it would they might change, because sometimes they wait until there's half a day left, and then like, okay, we're not going to get anyone in the room, so let's discount it by 20% or 50%, and then maybe we'll get someone. Just if we do, it's free money, because we weren't going to get anyone in the room anyway. So I thought that might happen. So I started riding up there. It was quite a long ride, as I said, maybe 3.5 hours to get up there, and a lot of it was very open, not much like trees and stuff. And like I've been saying, it had been smokingly, like super, super hot. Like it was hot. And I probably went through, I don't know, I was sweating out water as fast as I could drink it, just about. I reckon I stopped about 5 times at little sari stores and was buying like a litre of water, and then I'd ride for another 25 minutes or half an hour or maybe an hour, stop again, get another litre of water and go again. And yeah, it was pretty brutal. I was pretty sunburnt. Anyway, I got all the way to the top, and by now I'm like, well, I've only got like, the top bit's only about 20 minutes across or 15 minutes across. And there's only so many places to stay, and so I just stopped on the side of the road, and I'm like looking, come on, find me anywhere to stay by this stage, because I was worn out and I was sunburned and I felt tired and I just wanted to stop. And I was kind of getting to a point where I was like, I don't care. If there's no discount, I'm just going to pick whatever's the cheapest of these expensive places, and I'm going to spend $150 and stay the night. And that Kandaya or whatever it's called, resort, wasn't on a discount when I'd left, but when I checked up there, it was like 40% off or something. So that place is normally like $140 a night or $150 a night, I think, for the cheap room. So I think I paid, I want to say 70 or 80 for the night for it, which was more than I like spending. Normally I'm trying to look for below 50 Australian a night. But that was kind of the best I could find. Like, that was the best. Otherwise I was going to have to ride a whole heap of time backwards back down the coast again. So I booked that place and I went to stay there, and yeah, it was a really nice, like, it's an expensive hotel, like an expensive resort with a beautiful pool and just huge, big, long, like like seawall thing, and just massive beaches, like private beaches, and the sunset was stunningly beautiful, and it had a really nice restaurant, and the food in there, whilst was expensive, was really good, like really, really good food, just deliciously good. They had a gym as well, which was excellent. So I went and did like 2 or 3 hours of gym, because I felt like I hadn't done gym for quite a while, and I wanted to go and do some of that. And yeah, it was excellent. It was really nice. And I just spent the rest of the day there just doing gym, and had some food, and walking around on the beach, and taking photos at the sunset at night. And yeah, it was good. I got up the next morning and I did gym again for another couple of hours, and then kind of I wanted to go back down from there. If I'd gone down the east coast, it's kind of not a long drive to get back to Cebu, like maybe 2 hours or 3 hours from there. And there wasn't, again, I couldn't really find much that I wanted to do on the way down there. So what I did, there was a place that I wanted to go to that is sort of in the mountains near Cebu, but I kind of didn't want to go and stay in the city of Cebu and then ride up into the mountains, look at this place, and ride back down into Cebu. And I kind of didn't want to go down that east coast piece where there was nowhere really for me to go and do anything or stay so much there. And there was a town that I'd found on the way back up, where there's the road that comes from Cebu over the mountain where I wanted to go, comes down into this other town. So I thought, I'll ride back down the west coast and I'll get to that town, and I'll stay there, and then that night I'll get there and I'll stay there that night, and then I'll travel over the mountain in the morning, go to the place I want to go to, and then I'll come back over and stay another night there before getting up that next morning, basically riding into Cebu and dropping the bike off, and stay one night in Cebu before flying back to Manila. So that's essentially what I did. Hey, all right. I feel like I do this every video. I have too much for one video and I need to split it. So I'm not going to go into why. You've seen it on every other video, but I'm splitting this one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't. You do you. And we'll continue on with the story in the next one. Bye.